Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Sound. I'm your host, Gabriel, and I hope everyone had a great day. Yeah, the Elimination Chamber pay per view was tonight. You know, I was originally wasn't going to do this review because, like, first of all, it wasn't going to be anything that important, and I knew going into this pay per view that nothing much was going to happen. Nothing like something here and there that would be important would happen at the Elimination Chamber, but again, like I was going into this pay per view with low expectations, but no, this pay per view, like, it definitely did some things that would definitely impact WrestleMania. And spoiler alert, it's not good. It's not good at all. And something happened in the final few minutes of this pay per view that makes no sense. No sense at all. And for those of you who probably watch it, hell, like if some of you didn't watch it, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Because what they did in the final few minutes was so freaking late. It made no sense. From a creative standpoint, it made no sense. None at all. Okay, but we're going to get to that. So, thank you so much for watching, and I know there's a lot of people reviewing this pay-per-view and probably have the same opinions that I do, but I figure I put my 2 cents into this. So, and to be perfectly honest with you, this was not a bad pay-per-view. Now, the first 2 matches, well, technically 3 matches, was good. They were good. I enjoyed them. Like the first hour, like it wasn't great, but it was good. But after the United States Championship match, it went downhill. It went downhill because after that triple threat match, oh my God. Oh my God. It's okay. I'm going to review it. Okay? So without further ado, let's get this review underway. So we start off with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. The winner will face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship immediately after the Elimination Chamber match for the Universal Championship. The participants being Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, and Jey Uso. And personally, I thought this was a good match. I thought this was a really great match between all 6 competitors. And in my personal opinion, this Elimination Chamber match was better than the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. But I will get to that. I will get to that dumpster fire of a matchup in a few minutes. Okay, but I thought this was a really good matchup. Cesaro put up an impressive showing. And at one point, I thought Cesaro was going to win this matchup and face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Obviously, I didn't think he was going to win, but like at least win the Elimination Chamber to at least get an opportunity at the Universal Championship. But no, he was actually eliminated by Jey Uso. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to see Roman Reigns versus Cesaro for the Universal Championship, but I guess what we got was better, but we'll get to that in a few seconds. But one important thing that I want to address before we go on to the next match is that Kevin Owens, Jey Uso screwed Kevin Owens once again out of his shot at the Universal Championship. Okay, so like Kevin Owens' arm was stuck as like the chamber door, and like Jey Uso was just slamming Kevin Owens' arm, and like And then Jey Uso just eliminated Kevin Owens in brutal fashion. So I could definitely see Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania. And it makes sense because Jey Uso, every time Kevin Owens tried to take the title away from Roman Reigns, Jey Uso always interferes. So it makes sense to have this grudge match at WrestleMania. So I'm glad that they're going that direction with Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania. I'm definitely excited for that matchup. But other than that important thing, Daniel Bryan ended up winning the Elimination Chamber match, but he was badly hurt. Like his leg was killing him. Like he just survived hell. And then all of a sudden, Roman Reigns came out, and then the championship match began. Obviously, the matchup was extremely short. Roman Reigns defeated Daniel Bryan just like that. Okay, just like that. Roman Reigns knocked him out with the guillotine, taking out Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns retained the Universal Championship. So nothing too crazy there. We're probably going to see this matchup one more time at Fastlane, which I will not mind because I would love to see a program between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. I think that'd be great. Now, obviously, this matchup is not going to happen at WrestleMania, which a part of me kind of wish it did, but that's just me. That's just me. But instead, we're getting Edge versus Roman Reigns. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Edge speared Roman Reigns after the matchup, and Edge chose Roman Reigns to fight for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. So that is going to be the main event of WrestleMania 37. And personally, it should have been Edge versus Drew McIntyre. Okay, I even made a video why it should have been Edge versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Okay, but like, don't get me wrong, I'm still excited for Edge versus Roman, but not as excited for Edge versus Drew because Drew McIntyre definitely needs it. Okay, 110%. He needs a matchup against Edge for the WWE Championship. But instead, WWE decided to do Edge versus Roman Reigns. And from a business perspective, I can kind of see where WWE is coming from. Again, they shouldn't done Edge versus Drew McIntyre. It made more sense. Matter of fact, it makes a lot more sense to do Edge versus Drew McIntyre versus Edge versus Roman Reigns. And hell, I might even do a follow-up of why Edge versus Drew McIntyre should have been the main event of WrestleMania. I might do a follow-up video. So make sure you go into the comments if you want to see that follow-up video. But yeah. So Edge and Roman Reigns will be the main event of WrestleMania 37 this year. Again, I'm excited, but I'm not that excited. Okay, I'm not that excited. Now, don't get me wrong. I think they're gonna put up a good match, and like the promos and the vignettes are gonna be great. Like, I'm going to enjoy them. Like, they're gonna put up a great like program. But first of all, but like, you know what? I will explain all of this in a follow-up video of why Edge versus Drew should have been the main event of WrestleMania. I'm definitely going to make a follow-up video to that. So after that, we got our final good matchup of the night as Bobby Lashley defended the United States Championship against Matt Riddle and John Morrison. Now, originally, Keith Lee was supposed to be in this matchup, but unfortunately, he got injured, which sucked. Okay, because he already got sidelined because, like, his girlfriend, me and him, got COVID. He just came back from that, and then all of a sudden he gets injured. So I hope and pray Keith Lee has a speedy recovery, but this sucks. This really sucks. So instead, we got John Morrison. Like, this final spot was decided in a fatal four-way match between John Morrison, Ricochet, Ali, and Elias, and this will happen in the kickoff show. Personally, like, they should have picked Ricochet or Ali to be in this matchup, but I don't mind John Morrison. I think it's good for him to be on his own in the spotlight a little bit. And I thought this was a really good match. Nothing too crazy, but Matt Riddle actually became the new United States champion pinning John Morrison, not the champion Bobby Lashley, which makes the final segment of this pay-per-view even less sense, but I digress. We'll get to that when we get to that. So after that, we get to our first bad match. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. First of all, why the hell is this match happening? Why? What is the purpose? What is the reason? Well, apparently, WWE's reason for giving Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair this tag team championship match is because not Sasha, not Bianca, but Reginald, Carmella's butler, pinned Nia Jax in that six-woman woman and one man tag team match last Friday. And because Reginald pinned Nia Jax, Sasha and Bianca got a shot at the women's tag. How the hell does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? That makes no sense. Neither Sasha or Bianca pinned either Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler. So why are they getting a women's tag team championship match? This doesn't make any sense, but hey, this is WWE. Logic doesn't fucking exist in WWE. Logic is non-existent. It's fucking non-existent. I don't think WWE knows the definition of logic anymore. My God, this matchup was so unnecessary, and my God, this match sucked. This match sucked. Oh my God. The combined efforts of Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair and even Shayna Baszler could not save this matchup. This matchup blowed. This matchup sucked. Oh my God. This was painful to watch. Painful. And you know what the worst part about it is? Nia Jax pinned Sasha Banks to win the matchup and retain the titles. But you know what's even? First of all, Nia Jax pinning Sasha Banks. Why? Why not? And you know what the worst part about it is? There was no miscommunication between Sasha and Bianca Belair. So it's not like Bianca inadvertently or accidentally called Sasha Banks the match. There was no accident at all. Just Nia Jax pinned Sasha Banks fair and square without any shenanigans. What? At least make some kind of accident or some kind of miscommunication to have some heat between both Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. How? WWE could have made Sasha Banks heel, defeating Bianca Belair. But of course, that's the logical thing to do. And WWE knows nothing about logic. This was an unnecessary match, which ended up terrible and ended up having a bad outcome. This was a bad match and a waste of my fucking time. My God, this match sucked. This match sucked. And that's not even the worst of it. That's not even the worst of it. We're going to get to that in a few minutes. But again, ever since after that United States Championship match, shit went downhill. Now, the next thing we see after that is The Miz and MVP talking backstage. Obviously, we didn't know what they were talking about because music and commentary was playing in the background. But those two having a meeting did not make any sense at all. But trust me, it gets worse. So next up, we got the main event, the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber. Now, some of you might be wondering, wasn't there supposed to be a Raw Women's Championship match at the Elimination Chamber? And yes, there was originally supposed to be a matchup at the Elimination Chamber for the Raw Women's Championship. But since Lacey Evans is legit pregnant, which I don't know why they gave Lacey Evans a shot at the Raw Women's Championship in the first place. So, and a lot of people were saying that that this was a perfect time to bring in Rhea Ripley and give Rhea Ripley the Raw Women's Championship because they're not doing anything with Asuka. They are not doing anything with the Raw Women's Championship. In matter of fact, the Raw Women's Championship has been sidelined. Asuka has been sidelined for a long time now, which is ridiculous. The Raw Women's Championship is supposed to be a big title for the Raw brand for the women, but instead of making the title a big deal, oh, we just put it on the sidelines. It's not important. Oh, God, awful. And like this could have been a perfect time to get the Raw Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley because why not? Rhea Ripley deserves it. Plus, it would give a chance for WWE to rejuvenate the Raw Women's Championship and make the title fucking important again. But like now that I think about it, even though I'm kind of pissed off at WWE's fucking laziness and treatment of the Raw Women's Championship and Asuka, personally, I'm kind of glad the Asuka Rhea Ripley thing didn't happen because I don't trust WWE because Monday Night Raw is at the worst state it has ever been. Monday Night Raw is an abomination. It's trash. It is literally torture to fucking watch. Like there are days where I don't even watch Raw. Like, and there are other days that there's nothing on fucking TV. There's nothing on YouTube. So I'm just watching Monday Night Raw. But then again, I just let it play in the background. I'm just on my phone 90% of the time. Because, you know what? I'm also going to make a video on that. Okay, so be on the lookout for those two videos. Why Edge and McIntyre should main event WrestleMania. And why Monday Night Raw is at the worst state it has ever been. Okay, so make sure you be on the lookout for those two videos. But now we get to our main event. And this was the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber as McIntyre defended it against Sheamus, Styles, Hardy, Orton, and Kingston. Oh my God. This was so boring to watch. Like, I shit you not, I almost fell asleep. I almost fell asleep. It was that boring. It was boring. So, first of all, I wasn't even excited for this matchup to begin with because half of these people in the Elimination Chamber match had no reason at all. No reason at all to be in this Elimination Chamber match. Jeff Hardy, he has been losing to Elias and Jackson Riker. So why the hell is he in this match? Randy Orton, he already had his chance. I don't know why he is in the Elimination Chamber match. AJ Styles, what the hell has he have done? Okay, I like this matchup. This WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match could have been so much like just important if they had qualifying matches and actually gave spots to people that actually deserved it, like a Keith Lee, like a Matt Riddle, like a Bobby Lashley. You know, like Jeff Hardy, no reason to be there. Randy Orton, no reason to be there. AJ Styles, no reason to be there. Kofi Kingston, he was just added to the freaking matchup last Monday. There's no reason for him to be in this matchup. Too late for him. Why should I care about this matchup if I don't even like if I already knew going into this matchup that Drew McIntyre was going to retain the WWE Championship because everyone in this matchup, other than Sheamus, there's like 1 or 2 points in the matchup that I thought Sheamus was going to win. But then again, like, why? But like 90% of the participants in this matchup had no reason to be there. So my excitement level was already low as it is. Okay? So, like, the only reason why I wanted to see this matchup is number one, to see the fit, like, to see the Fiend, like, cost Randy Orton, like, see, like, the new design of the Fiend to cost Randy Orton the matchup. And, like, that's basically it, honestly. But did we get that? No, we did not. We did not get that. Instead, Randy Orton gets eliminated first by Kofi Kingston. Was there any distraction by Alexa Bliss? No. Did we see the appearance of the Fiend? No. Did they do any kind of distraction to cost Randy Orton the match? No. He was just eliminated by Kingston with a roll up. No distractions. Not a veteran. Randy Orton, a WWE veteran, okay, a former multi-time WWE champion, and instead of booking him, like instead of making him distracted by either the Fiend or Alexa Bliss, because that makes sense. Okay, they just decided to give Kofi King they just decided to eliminate Randy Orton with no distractions at all. So, yeah, Randy gets eliminated. Then after that, then the rest of the matchup was boring. Sheamus eliminates Kofi Kingston after a bro kick. Jeff Hardy gets eliminated by Drew McIntyre. And then Drew McIntyre eliminates Sheamus. So there's that. And Drew McIntyre eliminates Styles. So just like I thought, Drew McIntyre retains the WWE Championship in a boring. Like, I would go as far to say that this was the worst Elimination Chamber match I have ever seen in my entire life. Oh my God. This match was so boring. So boring. Oh my God. And so after the matchup, the chamber raises. Drew McIntyre is like winning, he's celebrating. Then all of a sudden, Bobby Lashley comes out and attacks Drew McIntyre. Why is he doing this? I don't know. Again, there is no context. Like, there wasn't even a teaser. Of like, from what I seen from Monday Night Raw, there was no teaser of this. Like, Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley didn't have like a face to face. They didn't have like a little like tension. Hell, they didn't even have a match with each other. And yet Bobby Lashley is attacking Drew McIntyre for no reason. And then, like, this makes no sense. Like, there is no teaser. Like, there is no confrontation. They never had a match with each other. And yet Bobby Lashley is attacking Drew McIntyre basically for no reason. And, like, The Miz comes out. Pins Drew, cashes the Money in the Bank contract. Now, I originally thought that Bobby Lashley was going to attack The Miz, cash in the Money in the Bank contract for himself, and give Bobby Lashley the WWE Championship. Like, honestly, it would be much better and would give a little more context. But it didn't happen. It's just Bobby Lashley just attacking Drew for no reason. And The Miz sees this and just costs Drew McIntyre the WWE Championship. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Miz. The Miz. A man that had been getting embarrassed by Damian Priest and Bad Bunny of all people. Okay? A man who has been the man who has been booked as a joke, as a little joke. Okay? And they gave The Miz the WWE Championship. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Miz is the new WWE Champion. Why? Even I know that I'm like a hardcore wrestling fan, but even for the casual viewer, how the hell did this ending make any sense? This doesn't make any sense for hardcore fans. This doesn't make any sense for casual fans. First of all, Bobby Lashley attacked Drew McIntyre for no reason. Personally, this would have been a perfect opportunity to set up Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. I mean, Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. A dream match that we all been asking for. But obviously, that's not the case. And why give The Miz the WWE Championship? Why? The Miz is gonna lose it at that. I bet you that The Miz is not even gonna make it to WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. I bet you. I bet you. Well, I'm not a betting guy, but more than likely, The Miz is not going to walk into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. There's no way. He's probably going to lose it at Fastlane by Drew McIntyre. So, what was the point of giving him the WWE Championship in the first place? And I heard multiple reports that that WWE has no idea what to do for the WWE Championship. They have no idea. They had nothing planned for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. They have nothing planned for their most prestigious prize in their company. They have no plans at all. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And The Miz, who the hell is he going to face? Honestly, at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre? That's going to be a boring ass match. Okay, The Miz is probably going to lose the WWE Championship at Fastlane by Drew McIntyre, and it's all going to end up being a waste of time. Okay, watch. I bet, Fastlane is going to come around. They're going to announce McIntyre versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at Fastlane. McIntyre is going to be Miz, and then Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley will fight for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That's probably going to happen, but I don't know. This ending rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, but that's all I gotta say. This was not a bad pay-per-view. The first hour was good with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match, the Bryan Reigns match, and the triple threat match between Lashley, Riddle, and Morrison. But after that, it went downhill. Oh my God, this show was the final hour was bad. It was absolute shit. But that's all I gotta say. This is WWE. At this point, I don't expect much from them anymore. Again, I don't know if WWE has. So I don't even know if WWE knows the word logic. This was the Elimination Chamber review. If you guys enjoy, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment. And did you guys like the pay-per-view? Did you guys not like the pay-per-view? Were you meh? And was there a specific thing you like? Was there a specific thing you hate? Do you agree with my opinions? Do you disagree with my opinions? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Don't be assholes in the comment section. Okay, that's my only rule in this channel. Don't be assholes in the comment section. But that's all I gotta say. Until next time, this is Gabriel, and WWE needs to get their shit together. They really need to get their shit together. But again, at this point, it's wishful thinking. It's just wishful fucking thinking. But this is Gabriel, and I'll see you next time in the asylum.